has to be big enough, right? At Limitless Chiropractic, our mission is to unleash the boundless healing properties of the human body and have all people live to their God-given potential through the use of specific scientific chiropractic care. Now, the reason I illustrate this is because the person that I work for, he didn't even know his own mission statement. What is Sherman College's mission statement? Adjusting the world. Adjusting the what? Adjusting the what? The world. Adjusting the world for a better future. Right? Your mission, if you want to have associates, if you want to have people follow you, your mission has to be big enough to fit other people's mission inside of it. And Sherman College has that place. Thank you, Dr. Edwin Cordero. Right? So how many people can fit inside your mission? Right? You have to start asking these questions to yourself as a student while you're in school. Everybody wants to have associates, but it seems like everybody just wants to raise their bank account. That's a very small mission if people are going to follow you in on that. So make your mission big. Have it fit a lot of people inside it. And I've learned the hard way with this, do not base your dreams on someone else's emotions. I want you to really think about that quote, right? You can't base your dreams, your aspirations on the emotions of some other person, even if you look up to him to be the greatest mentor. It is not based on emotions, it's based on what's scheduled and what is the mission and impact. Go to number 2. This is, if you're taking notes, this is where you'd want to bring out your iPad or your notepad. If you're not a note taker, take out your phone, take out your iPad and take these notes, especially if you're 6 quarter and below. Going through this process, we had money saved up. We're looking for the banks. I know there's different schools, not school systems, but coaching systems, et cetera, that can give you the red carpet for you to get the loan that you need for your bank. But these are the only 2 things banks care about. This is the reality of the situation that maybe this school doesn't feel comfortable enough telling you. The banks care about 2 things: money and assets that are in there. Okay, so that includes equipment. That includes whatever else you can use for your practice, and cash that's in the bank, and a 2-year tax return. Why do I stress that? Although we made hundreds of thousands of dollars for the doctor that we work with, I'm going to repeat that one more time just in case you missed it. Although we made hundreds of thousands of dollars for the doctor we work for, because we're a new entity, it does not matter. I have no experience in the bank's eyes. So numbers don't matter. All they cared about was a 2-year tax return. Meaning, if you're a 6 quarter student and below, and you start your LLC, and make sure you do your homework on this. School did not teach me this. AMP did not teach me this. I didn't have TLC here. It can be an LLC or a PLLC, a professional limited liability corporation. We had to change that. We had to go through some hoops to jump through to go from an LLC to PLC. So whatever state you want to practice in or country, make sure you have those details ironed out. However, the bank said it doesn't matter how much money you had in your account. If you would have an entity for 2 years, you can get the loan that you request. And I said, even if we made $10 a month, even if you made $10 a month, you're more equipped to get a loan. Crazy. Didn't matter how many patients we've seen, didn't matter how much money we made for someone else. It is because we weren't in practice for 2 years. So, what does that mean? Start an LLC. It'll cost you a couple $100. Call it Edwin Cordero Chiropractic, PLLC. Whatever you want. Am I hopping around here? Another trick that you can do, definitely, I was very anti-credit cards, but one of the first things I did as a student was get a credit card, and all I did was pay my gas. All I used it for gas, and the money that you're actually borrowing from student loans, pay it off. Build the credit up so you can actually be credible when you're going to see the banks. Very easy solution there. Find a CPA. We've learned this the hard way too. We're currently in this predicament now. Find a CPA that you know and trust, whether that's through a BNI, whether that's from whoever, that is not early in their career and not on the very end, because these guys are on the very end, very experienced. You've got these guys that are 25, 30 years. They may not be looking to put a lot of their time and attention towards you. They're looking to just check the boxes till they retire. So find someone that's in the middle of their career that has your best interest in mind, like Sherman College always had mine. So when should you start your PLLC? When? Okay. Third point. You're never going to get it if you don't ask for it. Right? You're never going to get what you want until you ask for it. Right? So going through this process, I'm jumping around a little bit, but we got approved for a bank loan in March, and then later denied for a bank loan by 12 different banks. And when you start going to the 8th or 9th or 10th, you go in, hey, you don't have the funds, you don't have the credit, you don't have whatever. You just start laughing and you say, you know what? Just one more no that's going to help me prove that we're going to do it. You just start laughing at people, because when society starts telling you what you can and can't do, you almost have this inner desire, confidence that you can just laugh at, because I don't care what you say. We're going to make it happen. Right? And I wouldn't be speaking here at the President's Assembly if we didn't. So, ask. What we decided to do through a biblical connection, right, a sign from God, he said, man, you're having all this trouble with the banks. I appreciated what you did when you were taking care of us. What if you just asked families for a year's worth of care? Oh my gosh! The biggest light bulb went off. This person, previous client, patient, gave us a business idea to beat the banks. So guess what we concocted? Hey, let's create a launch partner party. People that want to buy in, they're not buying into Amanda or myself or Lori. They're not buying into chiropractic. They're buying into the mission. Right? They're buying into the mission of a better life for themselves and for their family. So we just started asking people, hey, we've got this great thing. We've got partnerships. This is going to be a platform for health and wellness, making Charlotte the healthiest nation in the country. We've got 2 different options for an individual, for family. Is this something you'd like to be a part of? Some said yes. Some said no. Here we are. Brilliant idea. No school ever taught me that. AMP never taught me that. Right? Had to learn by fire, because we had to beat the banks. These are your top 100 people. So don't just willy-nilly ask random people who, 1, couldn't afford it, 2, aren't going to benefit your practice, but ask people that are in charge of big businesses, whoever you want to partner with, whether it be yoga studios or gym memberships, right? All these people. Find the top 100 people in your town that are making an influence. Right? You have to do your homework, but ask the people that you want to do business with. Oftentimes, we just want to open up our doors to everyone. Find the people, target the people that you want to have a relationship with. Because at the end of the day, as much and as obsessed as I am with chiropractic and you are, they are not. They just want a better life, right? And that's what we are able to give to people, a better life. So, I jumped ahead, asked for a year's worth for an individual or a family. There's nothing better than a family giving you a year's worth of care in full before you even open your practice. Freaking awesome. You guys should clap for that. Because you can do that too. We didn't even have an office, and we basically presented the idea. We sold them an idea before they even got to reap the benefits from it. And then you'll find some people that don't even believe in chiropractic, but believe in you. Never been to a chiropractor before, didn't really need it. Hey man, I trust it. You're a Christian guy. I want to support you. Right? These are almost like your investors. Right? You're investors in your business. So you don't have to have the guy from Shark Tank invest in your business and call it a cool technique. You can actually simply ask normal people, hey, this is my mission. Would you like to support and be in on it? Right? But you have to ask the right question. Ask the question. So this is what we were able to concoct. I think video is so important in the digital age today. Obviously, Sherman College is doing a great job with that. But this is some of the results that we had from our launch partner party. Take a look. Yeah, definitely clap for that. It's cool, right? You just tell people what you want to do, what you want to create. You saw the dots. We want to have several locations, 7 in the United States, 3 overseas. Make your mission big. Because chiropractic and the people deserve it, right? And those are people that invested into us and our idea before we ever even had that beautiful space, right? So more questions that we can ask. This is definitely where you want to take notes because we learned this, I don't want to say the hard way, but through trial and error. We have the thing, oh, let's get this space. Let's do an $80,000 to $120,000 build out. Let's get the bank loan. You guys saw a preview of how freaking awesome that space was? That's an old real estate office. It's a second generation space. That's what it's called. If you're taking notes, it's a second generation space. So this could be a hairdresser place. This could be a real estate office. This could be whatever. We literally, guess what our build out was? Anyone take a guess? 10, Neil? $10? 10K. Any other guesses? Well, real quick, I'm gonna collect some data here. What is AMP? What is TLC? What are you guys telling you the build out is usually? What was that? 50 to 70. Our build out was $1,000. Clap for that. Hell yeah. Right? So ask for a second generation space. You can tinker and do things. And I'm definitely not a construction person. I hate doing the work. Thank God for Amanda's dad. Freaking crushed it. That is a workhorse right there. Damn it, why do you gotta be so beautiful? He distracted me. I lost my train of thought. Gotta go back. Yeah, ask for a second generation space. You don't have to do things that our mentors or the coaching groups tell us to do. You can figure a way to get where you need to. And it turned out we had to adjust our systems and go, right? Adjust your systems and go. You have to be able to what? Adjust to the systems, adapt to what you have. And that's what we've done, right? We've saved so much money in the process by doing that. Going back to the people that you want to do business with, ask what events are good to attend. Hey, where do people go where people go? Right? Ask people, hey, do you think this is a good event? Is this worth doing? Ask questions. You need to meet people because those people in that community or your community know where the hot spots are. Right? Who are the right people to know? Right? Who are the business owners that are giving back to the community, making an impact? Amanda and I find ourselves in situations, even through Sherman College we felt this. How the hell did we get here? How the hell are we sitting at the table of this organization? One of them was Dancers for Cancers. We're sitting with the main people at this gala dinner. There's over several $100 million in the room. Right? How did we get there? We asked the right questions. Who should we know? Who's the people to know? Right? Little verbiage tip. I want to give you guys practical things that you can take home with, not just inspiration, because inspiration in a talk without any action or implementation really just leads to frustration. So if you guys don't take this and apply it, one as an intern or two as a recent doc, this is just wasted air, wasted gas to this microphone. Wasted gas, right? So ask them to support. So if you're going through, one of the ways we've helped with our verbiage, say we want to do business with Orange Theory, right? Established community. People pay high end for a workout service. We'd like to go in there, hey, how can we put our information so we can benefit? Right? You're going to get shut down. You're going to get bad looks. It'd be one of those things where, hey, we've got a brand new space. We have many people that come through the doors asking for a great place to work out. What information or what specials do you have that we could use to give to our clients? Wow. Think from the other side for just a second, not what the management groups have told you, not what you think you need to do, but imagine a business coming into you. Hey, we're a new business in town. We've got such and such service. We know that you're a high sought after business. What is something that we could utilize from you or a special that we could use to get in front of our clients? Oh my gosh, I'm going to give you everything that I have. I'm going to give you business cards. I'm going to ask you to do a talk. You get people engaged in the mission. I'm getting a lot of blank stares. Does that make sense? You guys get that? Can't hear you. Yes, it's a big area, but you still can speak in it. And then ask simply, hey, Emily, you're great. What works best for you to come into the office, mornings or afternoons? Mornings, perfect. Monday or Tuesday? Tuesday, let's get you Tuesday. Let's just ask people to get signed up. I don't have to explain to them what chiropractic is, why we're different, who's this, who's that. Hey, when does it work best for you to come in? Once they're in, that's when you got to know your stuff. But just ask people to come in. It's not really that hard. I didn't even tell her what I did. Hey, come check out the office. Let's give you a tour. Boom. It's not that hard. This quote may not be grammatically correct, but I don't really care because I said I'm not supposed to be here. The bigness of your life is correlated to the bigness of your ass. Ask, not Dr. Cordero's ass. Ask! The bigness of your life is correlated to the bigness of your ask. Ask the right questions. Everybody wants to make a lot of money, see a lot of people, but no one's willing to ask for it. Right? You have to ask people, hey, this is what it costs. Hey, I want you to be part of the mission. You have to ask people the question if you want to receive the answer and the solution. I know we're running out of time. This is one of my favorites because this is something that I've had to operate by faith and not by sight. And I've learned this from my mentors, Dr. Cordero and Dr. Cohen. There's just some certain things and numbers and things that don't make sense, but you have to go completely blind with faith, knowing that's going to work out. And I actually go back to one of my favorite guys to read about. Did you know his uncle, it's either his uncle or great uncle, is a pioneer in Canadian chiropractic? Pretty freaking awesome. Elon Musk. You have to look that up, Neil, or tell Michael to look it up. But his dad paved the way for the legislation in Canada. Pretty awesome. Right? So he says, my proceeds from PayPal were $180 million. I put $100 million into SpaceX, $70 million into Tesla, and 10 into Solar City. I had to borrow money for rent. Now, I love hearing in colleagues that I went to school with, students that I went to school with, people that are working at the Joint, they say, it's great. I get my hands on a lot of people, but, the money's not good. Well, I'm just going to share this humbly. The money's worse when you start out. I hope you're willing to do that. Elon Musk did. Gave everything away because he was committed to his vision. He was committed to his mission, right? All the money. I had $15,000 saved up in the 2.5 years that I worked in the previous office. Lost all of it. Didn't lose it, invested it. Had to pay for a wedding that we're still paying on. Right? You guys don't see this. All you see is the fancy Instagram and Facebook pictures. We're still paying for those things. All of that money that I had saved up was now reinvested back into the business. All the money that we made from the launch partner party, or those people that invested us, went straight towards the deposit and the first month's rent. Dude, you have to go all in. There is such a power in being broke. And I'm not talking about student broke where you're just willingly receiving money from the government to help pay for your bills. There is a power of being broke when there's $12 in your bank account. I've screenshotted those images because it always serves as a reminder that you have to go all in. You have to go all in. My buddy's about to sell his CBD business for about $10 or $15 million. He's going to reinvest that back into another company, putting it all back in. I mean, dude, that's the risk. You're already spending enough money being here. Why not go all in? You're gonna hold money back when you start your own business? Dude, that's selfish, man. It's selfish to hold it back. It's not about you. Put it all in and make these great relationships along the way. So I love Elon Musk's quote. Everything. He went all in. Got ahead of myself, but we spent everything. $15,000 saved up to get a new space. We had to do that. 8th month, we were 8 months as ICs. We were probably making, $500 a month? Wasn't for us, So we spent all the money, including paying for a wedding, which I do not regret. You deserve it. All right? The money made from the launch partner, again, all the money that we made from that was just enough to get us in the door. All I wanted to do was get in the door. Right? And I challenge you guys, what are you willing to do to get in the door? Right? Don't compare it to us. Don't compare to whoever. What are you willing to do to get in your door that you feel comfortable doing? Go all in. Go all in and learn the technology you need to figure it out. Right? This has been my favorite part. I've had plenty of downtime. I've stayed up till 3, 4 in the morning, figuring out what I need to do to make things as speedy and efficient as possible. There are some great systems that work for the doctors that are more experienced, but there's some things as young docs that you need to know. How can I get people in faster? How can they pay faster? How can we do it more efficiently so we can surpass our mentors? A good mentor wants you as good as him. A great mentor wants you better. And I will humbly say, I want every single student in this room in this school, frankly, sorry for the ones that can't be here, I want them to 10x what we're doing. Right? And if you take this and apply it, hopefully you can get there. So, let's see. I have a number that I'd like you to call. Who would like to call this number? Can anybody have access to a phone real quick? Blaze, you're on your phone. Blaze, can you call this number for me? 704 765 0454. You got to use an app called Sideline. So, this is our office. You know, they talk about getting phones and even purchasing old phones, cord phones. This is an app called Sideline. Look it up. It is $9.99 a month. And now that we have Dr. Amanda and Lori, our client care coordinator, guess how many lines we have in the office? 3. 3 lines for $10 a month. This will keep ringing. Give him a voicemail. Hey, blah, 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 we're great people, come see us, you know, whatever. And then, what it'll do, Blaze, what does that say on your phone there?
It's got a text message from Limitless Chiropractic saying, sorry we missed you, reschedule, text your desired time, and we can change it. New members call back, we'll call back as soon as possible to book your special experience.
Boom. See a lot of people just looking at me confused. I would be on my phone getting this in your app store right now. Because guess what? Learn this as an intern, and you can be the most professional intern in Sherman College. Have a separate line. Hey, this is Dr. Hartman, or this is Dr. Lutzo, this is Dr. Veride, Sherman College intern. If I get back to you when they miss the call, it automatically sends them a text for $10 a month. Right? I saw my mentor spending $120 a month on phone bills for 3 separate lines. 3 lines, $10 a month. That's how you save money. Next one, Soap Vault. Again, all these things I've never heard from a management group. I've never heard from Sherman. I've never heard from TLC. This EHR software system is called Soap Vault. I've seen Vitalogics. I get blown up every day about ChiroTouch. I'm going to, little side note. Once you come in practice, everyone's going to be after you. Every chiropractic person that sells a service or product is going to hit you up. Okay? So, just a side note, this is one we went with called Soap Vault. I can make and schedule appointments from my phone. People can make and schedule appointments from their phone. You want speed, you want efficiency for people to make an appointment. It's called Soap Vault. What do we spend? We get text reminders, emails reminders. I think with tax it's like $32 a month, which I've seen some things as upwards as $150 to $200 a month. So again, cutting costs there. For not to do anything, right? We're one of the few offices that are 100% cash. People will say they're cash, and then they're out of network, and they say blah, 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 blah. No, 100% cash. People come in, they stay, they pay, they refer. Right? That's what you want in your office. Okay, with our space, and I'll show you a picture, we didn't have the room to put an x-ray in. Right? So what do they tell you to do? Find the cheapest x-ray, find used units. You know what we do? We send them across the street to an imaging service. And guess what? They can actually use their insurance to get, and people say, well, I do upper cervical. Tell them how you want the films taken. Train them, do the work, so you can tell them how you want the films taken. We take 3 films on the neck, 2 films of the low back, and we send them out. We don't even have to have that discussion of getting people to pay for x-ray. And in most cases, they can use their insurance to pay for the x-rays. And we get a radiology report, right? So I'm not liable if there's something on there. No disrespect to Dr. Orndorff. I don't remember exactly everything on hard tissue and soft tissue, but they will read it for you. So I'm not liable. They are. And guess how much that costs us? $0 for them to do that. I don't pay any money on an x-ray unit. Second to last thing. I had to learn this on my own, and I begged my mentor to create this system. So anybody remember the knuckle buster? Anybody know what that is? If you're at events, you have to swipe the card. Oops. Not that. That's a knuckle buster. Uh-oh. You gonna go to it for me? Cool. Thank you. Anyways, even when I was working for my mentor, they had to write down when they were going to come in, what their phone number is, what their email is, how much they're going to pay, and then they would actually write out their credit card information. Who wants to go to an event and do that? So even the people that we were signing up, after we signed them up, it would take 10 or 15 minutes to just pay. Dude, you're missing out on so many people passing you by as you're getting people to pay for you to come in. So we've created a new system. I built a whole backend out, and I'm not the most technologically advanced person, but people come in, they type on an iPad, they click here, they find the date they want, name, phone number, email. I pull up a thing, discount code is normally $250, it's $99. We made $1,400 at a screening. $1,400 at a screening before. And it's not because we're good salesmen, it's because we have an efficient system to get people to opt in, pay, and move on to the next person. Because regardless of what they say, this is just my personal opinion, I can't back this up with fact, you are not at a screening to educate people on chiropractic. I'm going to repeat that. You're not at a screening to educate people on chiropractic. The only way you can truly serve them is to get them in your doors and explain to them what you do. You're not in control of if they sign up or not. But you can only help them if they get into your office. So make a system that's efficient, show them what's on the books, and make them pay, not because they need to pay, but because they need to pay, right? People have to pay to have some sort of commitment in you to hold their appointment. And then the last thing, this was sort of, again, done by trial by fire. We didn't even have the funds to get business cards, and I've never had a person come in from a business card. Never had a person come in from a business card. Never had a person come in from a business card. So, trying to use a quick example. Let me go. What's your name? Lucas? Awesome, Lucas. Thank you for being here, right in the front row, man. What quarter are you? Give Lucas a hand for just being here first quarter. Damn, man, you're already ahead of the game, dude. I will say this. I never missed a president's assembly going through Sherman College. And 3 years out, I'm speaking at one. No accident. I never missed a president's assembly. People had dogs that they had to get back to. Just missing out. There's so many gold nuggets that I hope you can get from me, but you'll get from many speakers after me that you can implement and take action on. All right? So, this is what I like to do. Hey, we're at a networking event. People are going to say, do you have a business card? Sorry, Lucas, I don't have a business card, but what I'm going to send you is my contact card. You look on this information, this says everything that they need to know about me and more. The office number, my cell phone, my email, the address, my social media handles. Hey, Lucas, by the way, what number can I send this to? Excellent. So all right, did anyone pick up why that's more efficient than giving someone a business card? Can anyone answer that question? I know Nick knows. I'm going to give someone else, but I've already taught you the secret. Excuse me. Why is that more efficient than giving someone a business card? In the back, my brother. If I give you my information and don't do anything else, they have complete control of the situation. And I've never had a person that I've given a card to call us back. Never happened. So check this out. At screenings, people go through, and unfortunately, you guys will get out there. I tell you, get that rejection gene instilled. I did screenings as an intern at Sherman College at Anytime Fitness. I was committed. Anything I did now, at least I have the money and I can learn off Sherman College's funds or the government's funds to figure out what I need to do to be out there. I don't care if people tell me no, because they're going to lie to me, right? Oh, and they're going to say this, do you have a business card? The lovely wife. Hey, we got blah, blah, blah. You want to come in? You say no. You say, you have a business card? No, actually, someone's answering. It looks like someone's calling for the office. No, I'm just kidding. You can't answer that right now. You're in a presentation. And they'll get a text anyway, right? So I say, actually, you know what? We don't give business cards because I've never had a person call me back from a business card. You may say, oh my God, how could you say that to someone? 90% of the time, guess what their next question is? Anyone guess? Who was that? What do you do? Well, they know we're chiropractic, the Limits Chiropractic. Instead of business cards. I'm going to get into that. I'm going to explain why. The next question is not, oh, that's cool, thanks, see you later. The next question, 90% of the time, where are you located? Right? People will blindly just tell you and lie to you no, and it's not a measure of if you're good enough, they're just testing your confidence. Right? And even one of my mentors told me, he said, the only reason I give a business card is to get people away from me. Right? It takes a different type of mindset, but if someone's talking your ear off and wasting your time, hey, take a business card, give me a call later. There's other people that we need to serve. Right? We can't try to convince every single person. So, hey, I've never had a person call me back from a business card. Cool. If it gets to that point, let me give you my contact card, and at least I have their information. Right? You always want to get their information. Always want to get their information. I get on both of them about this all the time, and they hate me for it, but it's so true. Gave a great experience, great tour in the office, playing around with their kids on the ground, giving them food, didn't give their information. Hey, you know, it's selfish for you to think that your experience is better than the next person. People have their own lives. They don't care about a chiropractic office. But you are in a little bit more control if you at least have their contact information. That makes sense? You guys going to implement that? You guys going to implement that? Damn. All right. Couple things. This is a picture from the front of our office. Pretty freaking awesome. Our favorite compliment is, this looks nothing like a chiropractic office. That is exactly the reaction that we want. Right? But the reason I put this picture up, you see these lovely chairs over here? $135, got them for $27 at TJ Maxx. So, these are the places to get your equipment, okay, or your furniture. Facebook Marketplace and TJ Maxx. Hobby Lobby. Hobby Lobby has some really nice stuff, actually. She did most of the interior decorating, so she knows more than me. So ask her for those questions. That couch, brand new, Ashley's, $400. But you don't have to go and get all the nicest stuff, even though this looks freaking awesome. But again, this build out was $1,000 for this build out. I mean, we're not cheating the system, we're just changing it up a little bit. Right? As I finish up here, tackle on social media. Look, no one likes social media. I hate it, but that's where people are. People don't even ask their friends where to go anymore. They just check their phone with whatever's in front of them. So you have to understand the social media game, and the best thing you can do is just do a post, have it done, figure it out, boom, 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 all your pages, get it out there, right? Facebook or social media isn't about getting new patients. It's about being in front of people so they are constantly reminded of who you are. I see Dr. Cordero's posts all the freaking time. You've got to have someone working for you, man, I know. We're going to have to talk. But you've got the funniest posts, and Cordero is always at the top of my mind, right? I may not be convinced yet to give $1 million away to the school, but you're always at the top of my mind, right? Because you're in front of it. This is where people live, right? And people say, well, yeah, social media doesn't work. What do you do when you get home from the office or from school? You're on your freaking phone. So be where people are at. Be different, all right? You do the version that works for you. We'll send Snapchat videos with crazy cartoons when it's their birthday, right? We want to be remembered. 5 minutes. Make people know who you are. Got to go through this quick, but this is the most important part. What helped me believe? Dr. Cordero, was my first quarter. I don't know if you remember this, but I will never forget. We were at a DE sitting at a table amongst other students, and you were conversing with us, really making us feel at home. And you said, Tim, I know you'll be successful because you're disciplined in your workout. That's all I needed. That's all I needed to know that I was going to make it. Right? I've held on to that thought because there's so much garbage, including your own mind, that says that you can't do it. I need to go after this company or go after this coaching group. But it was people like him that gave me that inner voice that has constantly been repeating in my head. Even today, I don't feel qualified to give this presentation. But because of your voice, when you told me as a first quarter student, I'm here now, man. So thank you. Thank you. Clap for that, guys. Clap for that. That's who this man is. What kept me going? Man, there were two separate times we wanted to quit. I'll be honest, we wanted to quit chiropractic. I was over it, man. We're making $500 a month as a chiropractor, and we had to come up with a different solution. You know, have the criticism of what you want, mix in doing all this, but then it was videos like this.
Tim, great workout today, buddy. Crushing it.
Just small stuff like that, man. It's just the small little affirmations that you get from your friends, from your family. And I do want to put a spotlight on Nick, because out of all the people in this room and who we've contacted with, he's the only person that's actually come and shadowed the office. And I just wonder how. Maybe I'm intimidating, maybe we are, or we're ugly, or whatever the case may be, but Nick and Celia is going to be successful. Nick and Celia is going to be successful. He's the only student that's come in here and shadowed in the office. And led with his heart, not with his opinions from other people. So thank you, Nick. What kept me going? Woo! Alejandro. Que rico. Right? You get people to buy into the mission, man. All it's about. That's what it's about. This is what keeps me going. So this is on our wedding day. My beautiful wife, mother, father, awesome sisters. I mean, dude, I have like pages for chiropractic. So this is what keeps me going. I got to finish up here. What you need to know before you follow your dreams, again, write these out. And it's a simple answer. Just remember this acronym. START. START. Sherman College, what do you need to do to follow your dreams? What was that? Did you say sleep? Start! Oh, start! Okay. You're never ready to start a lifetime of mastery. So, thank you guys so much. I know we do have to run to the office in just a few minutes, but I'd love to converse with you, chat with you, and please take this, knowledge without application only leads to frustration. Do not make this process any more frustrating than it has to be. Implement this stuff as a student, as an intern, as a young doc, whatever the case may be, and fast track, 10X. Oh, yeah. Dr. Amanda's going to be picking a winner for the gift card. Lexus Orndorff. Who's that? Where's she at? $25 to the Sherman College bookstore. Just don't get a soft tissue book, all right? Just kidding. Just kidding. Get a green book, though. If you guys are open to it, can we just get a picture? Can we get everyone together and just take a quick picture together? Is that cool? Are you guys going to start or sleep? Let's do a quick pic and then we'll get out of here. Thank you guys so much. God bless you all. You're great.